Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. It's Monday, April 14th. We're back at Universal to check out some more of the HHN construction that has been going on. Quite a lot has actually been going on construction-wise since we were last here a couple weeks ago. Also some stuff out for FanFest nights, some Fast and Furious construction updates as well too. So let's take a little walk through the park today and see what's new with that. We have some signage up for FanFest nights right at the entrance here.
Unforgettable.
Kind of along the red carpet advertising some of the different attractions that they're going to feature for that. Quite a lot of things for FanFest actually, so a couple lighting and little signage here at the entrance. A lot of signage actually going down Universal Boulevard here for that. This Wicked photo op here, I presume, is for FanFest nights as well too, which is brand new. I guess this is where the characters from the film are supposed to be for the photo op, right at the entrance. Pretty cool. And then inside the actual Universal Studio store, it looks like there's already like a small display for Back to the Future with some of the merchandise for that as well too, which is pretty cool. Over by Waterworld, it looks like the 10 Forward bar is going to be one of the bars featured for FanFest nights. Now this location is used quite commonly for horror nights, and it looks like they're doing the same for FanFest nights, so a little bit of theming here. Looks like a little photo op there is going to go up there as well too, so yeah, it's pretty cool. They're going to be using this for the event as well too. So New York is going to be one of the fan areas that is going to be used for the event for FanFest nights, and it looks like it's going to be themed around One Piece, which already has some signage out as well too. From the description of this, it sounds it's supposed to be kind of similar to a scare zone, again minus the scare actors really, so more of just like characters kind of walking around in this kind of area. I'm not too familiar with the anime myself, I've never really seen it, but I know it's supposed to be about like pirates or something, which is why we have like a setup here to look kind of like a ship almost. Now here over in the UVE venue, we have our first entrance portal, very similar to what they do for Horror Nights. It looks like this is going to be used for the Star Trek attraction, so that's what they're doing in here. Pretty cool to see it confirmed that way, but yeah, given that this is being used for FanFest nights, which lasts about 2 months, I would say, it's going to be kind of interesting to see how construction for Halloween Horror Nights is going to fare this year inside the UVE venue, given that it seems like it's going to be a pretty quick turnaround pretty much after FanFest is over to kind of get stuff going in there really quickly and build up, so we'll see how that kind of goes. Again, nothing in Parisian quite yet, but I would assume this is probably going to be one of the next ones that goes up in the next couple weeks or so, so we'll definitely keep an eye on this area as well too. There's a lot of stuff set up on the plaza as well too for FanFest night, so it looks like there's going to be a couple different restaurant options, a couple bars, similar to Horror Nights again. There's kind of a big stage setup here as well too. I don't know what that's going to be used for, but yeah, it looks like the whole space is going to be utilized yet again pretty much for this kind of event. So it looks like it's going to be really cool. So one of those recent big news is that the track for Fast and Furious is actually complete now. They finished installing the last piece at one point last week, so it was pretty quickly, and honestly kind of impressive how quick they were able to pretty much set the whole thing up. HHN wise, it does seem like there's a lot of stuff going on over in the T-pad section of the park, as well as like the H-lot mazes where the Curious George parking lot is. So we're gonna hop on the studio tour, check what's going on with those. I believe there's 3 tents up now, so we're gonna go and see what we see with those.
Jurassic Park with the Brachiosaurus used on the kids and the G2 stuff. We made a mini island right there, so we don't have to go all the way to an actual island. And in production, there's really 3 phases though. You got the pre-production, when you do all of your planning. Productions, when you do all your filming, post-production. Make sure you take all your stuff with you, because it's your stuff, you're going to want it. So it's easier to keep it than it is to find it after you've exited the tram, so make sure you take it with you. I know we have a birthday on board, happy birthday, and anybody else on board who is celebrating.
Well, yes, both tents on the H-lot sets over on the Curious George parking lot have started construction, and both of them actually have a facade up already as well too, which is pretty cool. So those are pretty much the ones that are the furthest along. It looks like the tent over at the T-pad section was also up as well too. We're going to kind of go down to the lower lot, see if we can get a better view of that as well too. But yeah, stuff is moving along pretty quickly now. So the next couple weeks, again, I would assume a couple more tents to go up and more stuff to pop up. But yeah, let's check out what's going on at the lower lot. And here's another look at the T-pad house, which looks like it's pretty much just a tent. Not much going on under it as of yet, but yeah, the tent is up and it looks like they are prepping to start the construction underneath it pretty soon. Nothing in the Mummy as of yet. It's still pretty much in the same state it was a couple weeks ago when we were last here. Here's another quick little look at Fast and Furious. The bar in the lower lot looks like it's being transformed into a Dungeons and Dragons bar for FanFest night, which looks pretty cool. Some wallpaper and some decorations set up already on it. There's a stage also set up here that it looks like it's going to be used for FanFest nights, right in front of the Jurassic Park right here. So it looks like some kind of live performance will be going on here, which is pretty cool. And so, yeah, the bar upstairs is supposed to be themed to Dungeons and Dragons, the First World Tavern, it looks like it's called. There's also a food court being set up, themed to Dungeons and Dragons down in the lower lot. Looks like this is where the attraction's going to be located. And here's the entry portal for that, which looks like it's going to be located in Soundstage 15, which is where the weekend was last year for Horror Nights, which again, it's going to be interesting to see how that kind of affects HHN Construction with that being there in place. But yeah, so that's pretty much all the construction that's going on around the parks at this point. It is pretty cool to see some of the Horror Nights stuff pretty much taking shape now. Like I said, 3 tents up so far, 2 in the H slot, which have facades already, and then the one over in the T-pad section. Again, we're going to wait and see how FanFest Nights is actually going to affect some of the HHN construction, as some of the sets that we use for HHN are being currently used for FanFest Nights, such as the UBE venue and Soundstage 15, which are going to be used for the FanFest Nights event. So FanFest Nights is going to go on for 2 months, and so I would assume that Horror Nights construction is going to start pretty much right after that. So it is going to be a pretty quick turnover. We'll see how that affects the quality of HHN overall. But for the most part, I don't think it really should be that big of an issue, but we'll wait and see on that. It's also really cool to see all the decorations that are around the park set up for FanFest Nights. It looks like it's going to be a really cool event, actually. So a lot of cool little zones. Some of the house entry portals are set up too. It does kind of have that Halloween Horror Nights feel overall with the style of event that it's going to be. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a ton of fun. I can't wait for it. We'll be here on the opening night. We'll probably shoot another construction update right around that time as well too. Checking out what's going on with the HHN stuff around that time. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to subscribe. Be on the lookout for more construction updates. Like I said, I'm going to try to be here pretty regularly. So be on the lookout for the next video, guys. So yeah, once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.